Hey everybody, welcome back to Haylet RV. 4,800 15-pound triple hybrid with Dinette slide Rockwood 233S coming in on trade here. Folks, overall, look to have taken really good care of this thing. There's a ding in the door. I'm going to show you that in just a second, but overall, this thing's in sharp shape. Now, after this, you're not going to see me very much because I'm going ninja mode. So here's what I'm talking about. This is really like the only defect, I think you could say, that I found on the camper. Something bumped the door. And there it is. Not happy it's there. I'm not super jazzed about that, but I'm also not going to hide it. I'm not going to lie to you about it. And I'm not going to wait till you drive 4 hours to get here thinking, you've got a blemish-free camper only to see right as you walk into the main entry door, there's a ding there. That's just a crappy way to do business, and that's just not what you're going to get from us at Haylet RV. And every year, Rockwood always offers a couple different decor package options until the recent Newport Ash light woodwork and Stone Light fabric color pattern became available. This was my favorite in the history of Rockwood. I was actually really sad to see when they stopped offering this for a little bit. It surprised me because the light, bright colors make it look and feel just a little more open and airy and nice and welcome in here. By the way, this camper is just, like I said, other than that little ding in the door, which I went out of my way to show you, I hope you appreciate that. Whew, this thing looks really, really good. I want to hit on a couple of the main high points here. Like, first of all, you'll see another of these in the bathroom, but if I get down here and look a little bit, you can see one of those big XL vent fans up in the ceiling. You've got another of those in the bathroom, and both of them have their own roof vent cover, by the way. Great cross breeze action in the windows, from the dinette or the sofa right there. These beds, by the way, can you believe they are rated for 1,050 pounds? Those cable support deals, those are no joke. Aircraft grade cable is just monstrous in its capacity. Some storage down below there. We'll take a look at the biggest chunk of the kitchen storage in a minute. If you ever need extra photos or information on something that we show you, please just call us. We'll happily get that taken care of for you. Oh, let me back up. I'm sorry. All three beds also have these things. They're handy little cargo hangers, and this is kind of the Generation 2 version that has like little cargo pockets that hang down, perfect for like having your phone above you. They're removable, they don't have to be there, and you'll see that I've removed one off of one of the beds. But if you look up top here, you can see a little bit of spotting on this bed. I'm not going to hide stuff like that from you. If I see something, I say something at Haylet RV. I'm one of Mr. Haylet's sons. This is my family's business. When you come to meet us, that's not just a bumper sticker on the back of this camper. That's literally my family's name. And I want you to know that. I want you to know it means something to me for you to have a good experience. Those extra household outlets back there, that is fantastic because not only could that run like phone chargers and CPAP machines, but folks, these are heated beds. You got to plug them into something. Isn't it smart that they actually put plugs near you? The table's fully free floating. You can take it outside for picnic time. I'll show you that folded down into a sleeper in a little bit. You could pull it in front of the sofa and make it like a game place, although you'd probably just leave it at the dinette for that now, wouldn't you? Notice, too, centralized air conditioner up in that vaulted ceiling, and it's double ducted for superior airflow. The original factory TV, looks like the folks decided to keep that with themselves, so just kind of keep that in mind. I didn't pull it before this footage was recorded, so the camper doesn't have a TV. But the Bluetooth DVD system up here, complete with that HDMI plug, so if you want to add like a Blu-ray player or something, you could do that. The kitchen space, this is all maple hardwood raised panel cabinet doors, pocket screwed cabinetry, solid surface counters over there. Small, admittedly, but with the sink and the stove covers in place, you have some decent prep space. And like I said, some fair storage considering the small size of the camper. Now there's a little more storage than this, but I did want to open things up real quick just to give you a look at the lion's share of it. Typically folks really like to know what kind of space do I have available in my kitchen here. Overall, I like what they did, and this is... What do you guys think about this? Feedback, please. Ovens and campers, do you think they should be standard or optional? I really like the extra storage that you get right there, but I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. What do you folks think? You're the ones actually buying these things. And I really appreciate feedback like that on stuff like the ovens. Just, you'd be amazed how much of that feedback the manufacturers do, see, hear, appreciate knowing, Now, this is a two-way fridge freezer, by the way. This is a 6 cubic foot two-way fridge. I know 12-volt fridges have recently become super common. At the time, those fridges that we're seeing today literally didn't even exist. Those are a newer thing. And above all 3 beds, extra little cargo pockets, extra little space. Below all 3 beds, little cargo pockets, little extra space. They just didn't waste anything. So like I said, if you want to take that little baby hammock looking cargo net down, you could. Now, here's another interesting thing. If I get you around the wall here, so first of all, obviously the beds all have their own privacy curtains, but there's some TV hookups back here. If you wanted to, you could put a TV over here that the rear beds could enjoy. So you have inside, outside, and then rear cabin entertainment potential. And you're really not going to see much back here you haven't already seen, just other than the third baby hammock in its kind of partial form over here. Little cargo pocket over there for their own phones and things like that too. Backing up just a touch, the bathroom. Rockwood is very good about bathrooms and specifically giving us storage. That is just something, hybrid campers, a lot of times, especially when you hit the bathroom of a hybrid camper, you're looking at a plastic shower curtain, the smallest, cheapest plastic sink they can, no cabinetry, just a mirror glued against the wall if you're lucky, you know. Big sink in here, foot flush toilet, big corner shower, you know. It's not the size of, say, like a Montana shower or something like that, but it's big enough, and with that vaulted ceiling, good headroom in there. Now, a cool thing here is this is what I'm going to call a true Dinette. It's a bigger sleeper space. So if you have adult-sized people, it's actually bigger than it even looks because I didn't take those end cushions off. You can gain a couple extra inches on either side there. So we can sleep 3 to 6 easily via those 60 by 80 heated true queen beds all the way around this thing because there's 3 of those. Plus, you could definitely sleep another adult here, maybe a couple kiddos, maybe 2 adults as long as they're familiar with one another. But just because Rockwood said, let's just kick it up yet another notch. So you could have 5 individual sleeping spaces on this with nobody doubling up. And I think you could get probably like 6 to 8 people in here, depending on how close everybody is. And check this out. This is even fit for adults because Rockwood even includes a handy little leg down there to help support the weight of a bigger person. Now, obviously, there's a seam in the middle of that. This is probably going to be your last resort sleeper, but a little kid would sleep on there, I think, just fine. Another really neat note on this one is the super high level of travel accessibility that it provides. Frankly, the entire RV remains completely functional with the slide closed. Now, obviously, I've got the bed ends closed, really giving you a look here in like travel mode. But you could put the bed down, you know, like if you're going to be in a parking space overnight. Now, the side hybrid bed you might not get to, you know, in a parking space, but you could always utilize that dinette in sleeper form, like I'm seeing right there. So if that one wasn't available, you could use the front and rear beds. You could purpose the dinette overnight. But fridge, bathroom, storage, this is a highly travel-capable camper. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Man, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I guess if I miss something, give me a shout in the comments section. You folks always do a good job keeping me honest anyway. And know that I really do appreciate it. I ain't perfect. My wife will confirm it. I also kind of thought, you know what? Usually when I show the hybrid campers, I've already got the beds down. I thought I'd give you a quick look with all the beds up so that you could see things like the fact that, you know, there's not damage hidden or scarred up skin or cracked flaky decals. None of that. This thing looks terrific. It also gives me an easier opportunity to point out the easy reach latches on these hybrid beds. Rockwood was the first to do it. I see a few other brands doing it now. But the locks, the latches here, they have them right down at like chest level, or maybe head level if you're a little bit shorter than me. But the fact is you don't got to be Andre the Giant to reach these things like you used to have to on the older hybrids. Now getting the beds open, I think this is a really easy way to really drive home the fact that you're towing a smaller camper than you get at your destination because your beds don't like occupy floor space. They're almost like free space when you get into a hybrid. And this is a triple hybrid with 3 of those 60 by 80 heated queen beds. They put about the biggest power awning on that they could. This has the Wi-Fi Ranger up top, and you can see the double max air vent fan covers up top there. Because again, you have one of those big vent fans both in the living room and in the bathroom area. Power tongue jack doing the heavy lifting for us. The bed materials overall look in good shape. Again, there's that one spot on the front bed that I noticed there we kind of peeked at from the inside, and that is a deep slide out on that dinette. Now notice too, you saw a little baggage door like under the sofa on the door side. That's a little baggage door for under the dinette on this side. The tires are looking good. You see the little camp shower back there in the corner. And this, by the way, you notice how there's no like nothing hooking the two tires together right here. If you weren't aware, Rockwood rides on what is arguably the very best suspension out there. It's basically like a four-wheel independent torsion axle and suspension system. It's not a leaf spring. It's not technically four-wheel independent. It's basically that, though, in terms of actual function. And that does an amazing job of helping keep the trailer flat and level going down the road. This has a, it's an all aluminum skeleton. The roof, walls on the side, front and rear are all laminated. The floor is a 5-inch plywood. Oh my lord, no. 5/8 tongue and groove plywood, which is like the same thing that you get in a big heavy duty fifth wheel. It's built, you know. If you want to, you could dislodge the TV from inside. You could mount it out here, right next to all of our grilling hookups and all that. I mean, if you want to, you could dress this thing right up. And just as long as we talked about it, the storage under the sofa there. Like, you see that there's a door to access it from the inside, but you can get to it outside here too. That is one of the hiccups with the hybrid, because they don't have a bed to hide storage under. You can't have as much outside storage on them. And I hope you appreciate the way that we're willing to shoot you straight on little details like that, sometimes even when they're not complimentary. Like the ding in the door. We didn't hide that from you. We went out of our way to show you. And if I leave ninja mode, you get to see me again. You see how that works right there, guys? So, joking aside, if you like the camper, give us a call. Let's get you camping. We'll put a ring on it for you. If it's just not your cup of tea, but you appreciate the honesty, hit that subscribe button anyway. Follow along with us here. Not everybody's going to go out of their way to show you what's wrong with an RV like we do, but we're family owned and operated. We try to do business the right way, and I ain't ever going to tell you that we're perfect. I will tell you that it's never been for a lack of trying. So if you appreciate that, follow along with us, hit the like button on the video, and leave us some comments to let us know what you think about the camper, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or otherwise. I could take it. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Halo camping, everyone.